Hi, this is Marty with Skincare Science, and welcome back for another video. As I stated in this video, or in the last video, what this video is about is like trichloroacetic acid gone wrong times 10. I want to, first off, pay my respects to this YouTuber who goes by the name of Kiki, and her following is called the Geek Squad. Successful, a lot of followers, Fitzpatrick 3 on the small scale. There is no opinion, okay? There's nothing but respect for another individual. So as I go through this video, there are no derogatory or exclamations that are geared toward her. But I will be addressing things that relate directly to her, so that if you're watching this video, you understand from a retail standpoint and from an esthetician standpoint what your roles are and what's expected. All right. First off, not 9 seconds into her video is there already a red flag. 9 seconds. She's never had a chemical peel before, and the first one she does is trichloroacetic acid. That should never happen unless the esthetician is extremely experienced.
Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back for another video. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, become part of the Geek Squad. I'm Kiki, and today I'm coming at you guys today with a video about my first experience with chemical peel. A little bit of peeling around my nose and my mouth. So my first round of peels was a 15% TCA peel, and this was suggested by the esthetician. This is the first day of the peel. And as you can see, my problem areas are the hyperpigmentation and acne scarring on my cheeks. This was the second day of my peel. I started experiencing a little bit of peeling around my nose and my mouth. On day 3 of my peel, I started experiencing peeling on my cheeks. Very light superficial peeling. In my last day of peeling, like day 4, I did get a little bit more peeling on my cheeks, but even after my skin peeled, it didn't show any results. So I already knew that I was going to go back and go for a higher percentage peel the next time. So our esthetician suggested that we have 5 rounds of peels every 2 weeks. So my first round of peels was a 15%, and I saw very little results. At $90 per peel, I felt like every 2 weeks, $90, you doing 15% peels, I'm not getting any results. Let's bump it up a notch. So I went up to 25%.
So again, we're about like a minute into the video, and so far so good. 15% trichloroacetic acid, TCA, no big deal. Very fair for what's going on. Again, first peel, African American skin, not what I would do at all. Okay. How many times do I have to say this? Trichloroacetic acid is not time dependent. TCA, not time dependent. Dear God, internet, YouTube, get it through your fiber optic thick skulls. TCA is not time dependent. It is coat dependent, volume dependent. Okay, so here we go. We're like 3 minutes into this 10-minute video, right? Okay, so I had to make notes. All right, make this easy. Okay. The esthetician tells the client 5 rounds, 5, at 15% trichloroacetic acid every 2 weeks. That is a regenerating cycle of all stupidity. I don't even know what to say. Okay. Just stupid is as stupid does. And then I'm sorry, but it's no disrespect to the YouTuber. It's no disrespect to Kiki, but the lack of experience is going to come. Just wait till you see the video. Is going to bite her ass so bad that it is absolutely difficult for me not to say you deserve it. I'm sorry. It is. $90 every 2 weeks times 5, do the math, and I'm not seeing the results. Remember that time period, the client? Well, if a client's indication of results equals pain, Kiki, you got it. You're going to get it. She goes on to say, bump it up. Well, Kiki, let's bump it up. Wait for it. Bump it up equals 25% trichloroacetic acid peel. 2 weeks ago, she does 15% trichloroacetic acid in one coat. Not happy. Then, 2 weeks later, now remember, the downtime for a trichloroacetic acid peel is 7 to 10 days, no matter what. And when I say no matter what, it's because we're not equating trichloroacetic acid to a glycolic acid peel. To take a non-trichloroacetic acid experienced client into that realm, away from glycolic acid, or moving them up the scale, right? Okay, first peel 15%, not happy, let's bump it up. 2 weeks later, the esthetician says 25%. 25% trichloroacetic acid was eradicated from the medical field 20 years ago. And the reason why, first reason, because the downtime and the experience level of the medical professional or esthetician, they couldn't control it. They just couldn't. So they stopped, and the pain involved is off the charts. And then you have laser coming in, and this is 2, right? This is group of 1 reasons, and then the laser. And then laser came in, and it was like, there was no point to do it anymore at 25%. It's like Forrest Gump, stupid is as stupid does. Okay, and again, I'm trying to be sweet and nice, to this individual, Kiki. I am. The pain she went through, the horror, and the esthetician, what that person went through doing this. Okay, long and short, 2 weeks later, she goes for 25%. Let's bump it up. That's going to be like a term I'm going to use. Like, you want more? Let's bump it up. Okay? So check out what happens.
She's going 25%, y'all. You trust. 25%. You frosting though.
Okay. All right, we are 2 minutes and 21 seconds into this video. What in the F is wrong with you, skincare professional? You never start a chemical peel at the chin, at the jawline. You start it at the forehead. Moron. Oh my God. Not to mention this. I'm sorry, don't be mad at me, because there are other professionals watching this and they don't see everything I see. So like they're like, oh my God, this is a bad chemical peel. No, this is like, YouTube should remove it. This is horrendous. Okay, I'm being serious. All right. I don't have time to draw the fancy face, okay? So you gotta give me a latitude, all right? Here's the jawline, okay? Line of demarcation, where the peel stopped or started, where the peel stopped. Line of demarcation. It is critical in trichloroacetic acid and Gesner peels. Critical. She applies the trichloroacetic acid at 25% all over the jawline, all over underneath. Where do you find out a person's real skin Fitzpatrick scale? Here, here. The skin under here is so sensitive. And that's not even the worst part, okay? The worst part is you never apply trichloroacetic acid past the jawline. Never. Never, 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 ever. TCA of Gesner. Why? Because there's too much movement and the chance of scarring and a host of other massive complications as it relates to this whole entire area, which is a second reason why medical professionals removed trichloroacetic acid at 20+%, 20, 25, and 30 from their practice 10, 15, 20 years ago. The responsible ones did. I don't even use it. I did. It's stupid. Okay. All right. Trichloroacetic acid, line of demarcation. It's called feathering the jawline. Basically, what you need to do is you need to create your own visual line of demarcation and know it before you get to it, and feather the acid so that there's no stark line. White, black. Black, white. And here's the way, we live in 2019, right? Can't have white on top. I'm a racist. We gotta have black on. Oh my dear. Okay. This is a 10-minute video, and what, we're like 2.5 minutes in. So this is, yeah, it just gets better.
She fussing a lot. Yeah, you're gonna peel like a snake today. You're gonna be anaconda for real. Girl, that's that dead frog.
Okay. Out of respect for the YouTuber and a fellow skincare professional, I am not going to laugh. I'm not going to continue, you know, okay. At 2:36, okay? What is that? 1:15, seconds. Pain. The amount of pain that she is in, can't even imagine. I have been, I had laser hair removal on my beard, and I had it done by 2 organizations. And if you think there's no difference between a $50,000 machine and a $100,000 machine, let me tell you, there is. The pain associated with the secondary machine, the snap of this area here, I would rather tattoo I think this girl is in the equal amount of pain. And I feel so bad for her. I do. Okay, see, I stopped laughing. I do. At 2:55, okay, what is that? 3, 4, in 34 seconds, the amount of volume, see, I'm being serious now, the amount of volume that esthetician applied to her skin, the lower half, went from the stratum corneum and ripped all the way through to the lower reticular dermis. That's why it's gray. That is not African American skin, black and white turning gray. That is to the reticular dermis. Reason I know that, and you might debate me on color, because we are dealing with that here, is because I've seen frosting on African American skin, and I know what that looks like. And I've seen the gray on Caucasian skin, and I know what that looks like. And I've seen everything in between. Even if I say, okay, it's African American skin frosting, I got it, I get it. I know the depth because of the time and the amount of frosting, the pain associated with it. And since I've watched this video before, the fan and the feet moving and the sounds that she is making, it says it all. It does. I feel bad for both individuals, but more importantly, I feel bad for anybody who watches this and watches other videos where the outcome isn't the same. If you watch this video, you are not clear on what went wrong, and I'm telling you what went wrong. There are other videos that don't have the catastrophic results that this video does, so therefore what is truly wrong with this video is missed because of the dramatic results that are not happening with the same bad habits that are going on with other videos. That's why I'm doing 2 videos, and I'm going to do that. But actually, when I do the second one, or do the next one, maybe I'll combine them. I don't know. I probably should keep them separate, I guess. I'm being sweet to Kiki and her esthetician. This other individual, I'm going to shred her. Okay? Oh, and I'll do a disclaimer. This is for entertainment purposes and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to shred her. So wait for it.
Sorry.
This is where this gets extremely serious. Okay? Like, this esthetician and it just elevated it to a whole nother, okay, right? The reason why you don't apply a liquid after you have applied a trichloroacetic acid is because, like salicylic acid, there's a precipitation, there's a drying effect. There is potential possibility with higher percentage of trichloroacetic acid that it will dry on the skin, on and in the upper layers of the skin. If you notice when she starts to neutralize the peel or tries to neutralize the trichloroacetic acid, the Kiki goes bananas. The reason why is because the liquid more than likely dissolved or reactivated trapped trichloroacetic acid crystals on or in the skin, in the typography, and it went even deeper. When you see her frantically neutralize the peel, when you see that in the video, the esthetician knows she's in trouble. But that's not all. Disgusting. Effing disgusting. What's the tragedy that's almost happening here? that, Kiki, you're so lucky, it's not even funny. When she tried to neutralize the peel, if there were any residue of trichloroacetic acid on her skin or on her face in any way, that liquid of the neutralizer could have taken that into her eyes and just jacked Kiki up. Watching this video for the first time, and again, I watched this a long time ago, when I saw that, I think I like jumped out of my seat and like, oh my God. To see a tragedy unfold is like watching YouTube videos where a dad saves his son from a car that's going to come through the building. It's just like that. I am very happy and very pleased that nothing happened to this woman. It could have gone from totally terrible, stupid, horrible event to catastrophic, and it didn't need to. So yeah, I'm not laughing. It's just all bad.
You frosty, boo boo. Good God, that's frosted cheeks. I gotta don't listen to you, alright? Can you imagine if I would have done the 30? Look at that feet. Talk about my feet.
At 3 minutes into the video, you see the esthetician neutralize the peel. You cannot neutralize trichloroacetic acid. The absolute stupidest thing you can do, and this isn't Forrest Gump stupid, this is, you need to have your license removed. Done. Give it up. Just give it back. And go do something else. At 3:02, Kiki screaming, basically. Remember, she's doing a video for YouTube. The pain that she is going through. Not my worst enemy. Again, people, trichloroacetic acid is not time dependent. Stop showing your stupidity by continuing to say trichloroacetic acid is time dependent. It is not. It is coat volume dependent. The more you put on, the deeper it's going to go, period. Kiki even notes that this is 25% at 2 minutes and 15% was what, 15 minutes? I got nothing.
Y'all see them feet shaking? What was that, a minute?
Basically, I can tell, maybe you can too, but the laugh is a nervous laugh. This esthetician knows that she is in trouble. She's scared. Kiki is scared. Look at the feet movement. She's still in pain. Fan is still going. The esthetician is frantically trying to blot and do, well, that's another thing you're not supposed to do. Do not do that. You never, you apply the acid, you leave the skin alone. You don't do anything. And that's the hard part for, I think, most esthetician individuals to truly understand is you apply trichloroacetic acid and you don't do anything else. There is no post-peel procedure. I can do a full trichloroacetic acid in less than 5 minutes. Very simple. That's an exaggeration because of the wait time between each one. You see what I mean? But if it's application time only, but it's the wait time that makes a trichloroacetic acid at 5 and 10% take long because you have to wait and see what happens. Okay? back to the video.
Girl, you got a beard. You hear me? You Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
As you look at the 4-minute mark and the 5-minute mark, the time stops. I would have liked to have known how long that frosting stayed. Frosting normally vanishes or removes itself within 6 to 10 minutes. You know, it's in that area. There's no way this went away in that time frame. The deeper you go, the longer the frosting is going to stay, the worse the outcome is going to be, or the deeper and more downtime there's going to be. She does come back on camera and show you all the unevenness. Unless you are treating a specific area and you feather out, which she clearly did not do at any point in time, the results could be catastrophic.
Okay, guys, so this is what it looks like right now. And this is still the same day that I got the peel done. And y'all, tell you the truth, I'm really, really nervous. I'm hoping that I didn't burn because, look, my face is so dark. But that's what they said is supposed to happen, that it's going to turn dark. And then that skin is going to shed. But just so y'all know, my real thoughts on this is that I'm really nervous that the chemical peel burnt me.
I would love to know how her foundation and makeup application changed 60, 90 days after this chemical peel. Another thing that she says that is, in my opinion, wrong is burn. I hope I didn't burn my skin. Burn's the wrong word. It just doesn't sit well with me because it's not the same. And anyone who has had their skin burned by fire, I think would not be insulted, but is probably going to say, no, it's not the same, not even in the same universe. So although it's not offensive, you know, it's more an irritation to me. It's not offensive, it's not like that. It's just irritating to hear that. It's you know, chemical burn. I get it. It's just my opinion, and like right now I'm just, you know, talking, you know. So I would have liked to have heard something else, because chemical burn, how about irresponsible? Irresponsible. How about ignorant? How about stupid? How about anything other than a collection of words that is used within professional aesthetics to describe going a little too far? That's not what this is. This is irresponsible. It's bumping it up.
It doesn't feel like anything. If I don't look in the mirror, I won't even know I have, you know, this stuff on my face. But yeah, I'm really, really nervous about this. I'm praying that everything turns out okay and that I didn't just fuck up what I was already trying to fix. So yeah, keep you guys posted. Let y'all see what it looks like in the morning. Okay, so today is the following day after I got my second round of the TCA peel, the 25% TCA peel, and my face is tight. I'm not as worried as I was before because I see that these parts are darkening and look like they're about to start peeling. I was thinking that I got a chemical burn, but they don't look like chemical burns. They look like, you know, my skin is about to start peeling. It's darkening because it was burnt. Or I was thinking that it was, you know, hyperpigmentation.
At 5 minutes, Kiki is showing you the results of the next day. All right. Hyperpigmentation cannot come on in a day. That is not what hyperpigmentation is. Whatever you are seeing is the damage that you did to your skin. Let's just continue to watch as we bump it up.
And it was going to stay like this. So I'm a little less worried now, and yeah, hopefully by tomorrow I start at least peeling and some of these darkness get away from my face. My face is really tight, like if I pull on it you can see. So later on that night, as you can see, my face was really tight and wrinkly, and it looked like it's about to start peeling. I did get one little breakthrough spot where it's starting to peel, but other than that, my face is just really tight and wrinkly feeling.
Six minutes into the video, which is day 2 or day 3, Kiki starts to move her face. Do you know what my favorite application client is for trichloroacetic acid? Is the woman who has too much Botox. Doing a trichloroacetic acid to the upper dermis level, performed on the forehead, is never done without Botox. 2 to 3 weeks after Botox. Now, when you get Botox, you go back in 14 days, 10 to 14 days, and you redo whatever wasn't done properly, and then you wait. That's the 2 to 4 week period after the initial. That's when the trichloroacetic acid peel is done. Why? Well, why don't you apply trichloroacetic acid to the neck and chest? Movement, cracking, everything that she is doing to her skin, you don't do. Period.
Okay, I know I look a mess, but don't judge me. So I want to show you guys, today is day Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, day 3. Yeah, day 3 after getting my 25% TCA peel. As you can see, I'm starting to peel and it looks disgusting. Yesterday it was like really tight around my mouth. I could barely open my mouth, and that tightness that I was feeling yesterday, I'm feeling it right here, and by my nose today. So I'm sure those are going to be peeling like this tomorrow. You're not supposed to, you know, peel it off or bother it or agitate it. You're supposed to let it just naturally fall off. So that's what I'm doing, being good about it, keeping my hands out my face.
About 7.5 minutes into the video on day 5, okay, tell me the difference between picking at your skin and peeling and the soft layer of skin underneath this crustacean, and you over-exaggerate a facial expression and you shear that crustacean layer and the soft skin underneath. What's the difference between that and peeling it off? If you said none, as it relates to post-hyperpigmentation, as it relates to hypo or African American skin, it's all the same. When you get a trichloroacetic acid peel, don't move your face. Very difficult to do.
Yeah, this is what I'm looking like on day 3. So ready for all this stuff just to come off. So yeah, the skin, the new skin feels so soft, like newborn baby skin. So I'm excited about that. And as you can see, it's not this black color that I thought my skin was gonna stay. So I'm proud of that. I'm happy about that. So yeah, so far. During this time, my face was really dry and itchy, and I would try to moisturize it with just a regular moisturizer, and that was not working. So what
She then goes into the topical products that she used. It doesn't go deep enough. All right. The best product to use to keep the skin that's exfoliating is to take an extremely small amount of Vaseline and or whatever Vaseline you trust, organic, vegan, not petroleum based, birds, bees, whatever, use that. And when skin folds, like in the pictures in the video, put it back on top of the skin. A 25% trichloroacetic acid peel is a 14-week downtime. I'm sorry, a 14-day downtime minimum. To the degree that she is peeling 2 and 3 days, and you see what's going on, and you can see up here and here, it's not even anywhere near where it's going to go. Let's continue on and see what happens. But another thing I wanted to mention is do not put anything on your skin. Leave your skin completely alone. Are you going outside and working and doing anything? You're not. You're not. You're like an acne level 4. You're not going in public. Don't wash your face. Don't do anything. Lukewarm water, and by all means keep it out of the shower head. Take a bath. You are doing nothing but allowing that layer of skin to sit there. If you could pull that off in one sheet, that would be perfection. You want to minimize any flaking, any sheets of skin. On day 14, day 21, you just go like this. That's what you want. Let's continue to watch.
I purchased was the Aquaphor, and I used that all over my skin, and it really calmed it and kept it hydrated and didn't make it feel so tight and itchy. And my favorite cleanser to use during this time, because you want to use something that's really, really gentle, I use the Fresh Soy Cleanser because that's something I had. If I had to purchase something, I probably would have purchased something like Cetaphil. I think that's what it is in the drugstore. I've never used it, but I know that's a gentle cleanser as well. So I just used what I had, and that worked really, really well for me. Like, I would definitely use that again. So as the days continue, I continue to peel even more. The skin was coming off in whole sheets, so I started noticing that some of the spots were actual burns, and that I had experienced chemical burns right here by my nose, a little bit by my mouth. The whole left side of my face had a burn on it, and now I had a bigger problem to treat, which were the burns, which I cleared up. It took about a couple months for me to clear the burns up, but I used Mederma and then start working on my skin on my own. But I do plan on going back to get chemical peels, but I'm just going to do it at a smaller dosage, and definitely make sure to wear sunscreen. And at this point, I was pretty much discouraged, so I really stopped taking pictures because I had started seeing that I had experienced the chemical burns. So I do not recommend going as high as a 25% on maybe your first or second. Hell, I don't even know if I would do it for my third treatment. I definitely say follow what your esthetician says and work your way up. Do more frequent sessions of chemical peels at a smaller dosage instead of trying to skip ahead and go to a higher dosage to, burn your whole face off at one time. After I did this, I did not go back for chemical peels. So that was my first and second experience with chemical peels. Like I said, this was last year. And as of now, right now while I'm recording this, my skin is doing so much better. And I can't wait to share with you guys what I've been doing. So that video will be coming up soon. But I wanted to give you guys the backstory on my chemical peel before I started a new one. I hope this video was informative, helpful, and you guys got something from it. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up, share it wherever you share videos. I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
So at 9:30 within the video, of course I knew this was coming. I've seen the video before, and she outlines what she would or would not do. But what a tragedy that is. You see, what a tragedy. All of the information that I've discussed wasn't discussed in the end, wording, what I would not do. None of it. It's basically just the esthetician wasn't experienced in African American skin. I wasn't experienced, and I wouldn't do it again. And everyone who watches that doesn't understand that the esthetician effed up. Forget it's not the fact that it was African American skin. She would have jacked up any skin type with that. You're just lucky, Kiki, that you didn't get scarred more than you are, and then you had to go to a dermatologist anyway. I mean, oh, and the product you used, the one that you used, afterward and all that. I'm sorry, 100% disagree with that product. 100%. Okay, there are so many different ways to handle the end result after the couple of months, as you mentioned. And again, I'm very happy that, and I've seen your picture because it's obviously on other videos, and beautiful African American woman. You're very happy that you didn't get scarred. But the problem is that what happened to you and lack of true information as it relates to how to really perform that, and also the experience level of the client. Most estheticians and all clients don't understand their experience level is almost more important than the estheticians. And that is so important. Let me say this. When I got laser hair removal, I went for what? Level 6 or 7? And the reason I went for level 6 or 7 out of 10 was because of my previous experience, but the machines weren't the same. She burned me. And I knew it was coming. Stayed out of the sun. It was, I had Vaseline on it, or Burt's Bees, whatever, the whole time, going outside. I mean, it was embarrassing. No scar. I'm, or was, is more experienced than the laser technician because she never told me what to do, but I knew what was happening. Next time I went in, you did a 6 last time, do a 3. What did she say to me? But it's going to take longer to get all the hairs. I have all the money in the world. I don't, but you get the point. Less is more. Keep time on your side. By less is more and keeping time on your side, you will push issues like this video, issues like I had, away from you. The more extreme you are, the deeper you go, the quicker you want results, the more experience you need to have, the more experience the applicator has to have. End of story. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I would like to end it with this thought. And I'm glad that there were no permanent scars. It's a tragedy that videos like this exist because it gives skincare professionals, the entire industry, a difficult path to walk down. All of my remarks were exaggerated, colorful, were not meant to offend, were not meant to make fun of, entertainment purposes only. There should be a governing body, and I know there's not, but there should be, because what that esthetician did was irresponsible. It's not about being unprofessional. It was just irresponsible. And in closing, I'm very happy that there weren't other catastrophic results, eye damage, whatever. Oh, and while I'm on it, I forgot to even mention that she was lying down the whole time. It's all bad. With that said, I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope that you are able to walk away with solid information on trichloroacetic acid. It is my favorite acid out of lactic, salicylic, glycolic, and Jesner, and all combinations, including enzymes. TCA is by far the absolute best. This is Marty with Skincare Science. We'll see you in the next video. And the next one, I'm going to have to say the disclaimer beforehand. Because this girl, wait for it. Anyway, thank you for watching. Always remember, don't bump it up.